picture out there. And,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the water hyacinths. And,
Wait.
I know that we're on. I know that we're high. Keith and I are having a conversation about water hyacinths.
How's your morning going? I guess it's over for a lot of you because it's noon.
That's right.
And if you take one more step, you're like going to the afternoon. But anyhow, I got to tell you how my morning started. The first thing that I did this morning is I went to make coffee and I dropped the carafe. I broke my coffee carafe. And I sat there and looked at those pieces and I thought, I cannot face my wife without coffee. There's no way. So I looked around and I'm kind of got a lot of different things. I found another coffee carafe right there up in a shelf and I used it and I made coffee.
I'm so impressed.
I was very impressed too.
I was going to suggest, if you hadn't done that, but you probably would. I thought maybe you're going in the town that we live in, West Fork, Arkansas.
Yes.
There is a woman named Bethany that has opened a coffee shop, lunch truck, a food truck.
Food truck.
And you could have gone down there and got Beth some
Over
coffee.
by the Shire Post Mint.
Yes.
We got some good stuff going on in West Fork. But anyway, we'd like to start out and play some music for you, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us for Lunch with Trout.
We've had some requests, and this is one of them. This is a request for a song that we haven't done in a while.
I'd like to send this out to Susan Billamick, our wrangler, who's on the other side of the camera over there. One of her favorites.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I love it when you count yourself off. Nothing lasts forever, forever don't last long. It's over in a heartbeat, over with the singing of a love song. Angles in the canvas try to minimize the threat. At times I love the filter. I can still recall the fears that I felt. Dance your way through the spider's fence. Never look Medusa in the eye. You might call it self-defense. No matter what you call it, it's goodbye, yeah. I saw the image in the mirror. I didn't recognize myself. Severed from a child and it seemed like someone else. Picked up all the pieces, put that box back on the shelf. And I kept going on, just kept going on. Just kept going on. Yeah, 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 kept going on. I opened up that closet, here I stand again. It doesn't look so bad now. All my years in exile seem so well spent. I thumb through yellow pages, the books I used to read. I tried on an old suit, and all those broken promises that would never keep. Dance your way through the spider's fence. Never look Medusa in the eye. You might call it self-defense, but no matter what you call it, it's goodbye, yeah. I saw the image in the mirror. I didn't recognize myself. Severed from a child and it seemed like someone else. Picked up all the pieces, put that box back on the shelf. I kept going on, just kept going on. Just kept going on. Yeah, 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 kept going on. Just kept going on.
So we were practicing that the other day, and Keith looked at me and said, Ezra, what kind of music is that? Man, there is no answer for that. It's just what we think.
I have never heard any kind of music. I've never played a bass part like that again. I just had no idea. Where does that stuff come from? Ezra said, well, it's original, but it has to come from somewhere because, I don't know. Anyway, it was quite interesting.
It was. I'm tightening this cable up because some reason. There it is.
Ah.
Make sure it's in tune.
You know, you sort of work with the material you know. You work with the music you grew up with. Ezra and I grew up in Houston, Texas. We heard a lot of top 40 radio. There was all kind of music going on. Soul music, psychedelic music. I got it on my 13th floor elevators t-shirt here. Yeah. But there was also like Freddie and the Dreamers. Pop radio and pop music. And I just remember seeing Freddie and the Dreamers on TV. And when we wrote this song, I always look for little catchphrases and things that'll catch my ear. And I heard somebody say, he can't even do wrong right. And I went, there's a song. So I had to do it there.
And this is Freddie and the Dreamers guitar part.
Yeah, this is Freddie. I'm a dreamer.
1, 2, 3.
Sometimes I get in trouble about the things I go and do. Sometimes doing nothing even causes trouble too. I know that it's my fault, though I try with all my might. Sometimes I can't do anything but wrong right. I run out of excuses in a floppy pair of shoes. I'm in a hurry going nowhere, and I'll probably get there too. Sometimes I get in trouble about the things I go and do. Sometimes doing nothing even causes trouble too. I know that it's my fault, though I try with all my might. Sometimes I can't do anything but wrong right. I don't want to say the wrong words, but I say them every day. I don't want to do the wrong thing, but I do it anyway. I'm running out of excuses in a floppy pair of shoes. I'm in a hurry going nowhere, and I'll probably get there too. Sometimes I get in trouble about the things I go and do. Sometimes doing nothing even causes trouble too. I know that it's my fault, though I try with all my might. Sometimes I can't do anything but wrong right. Sometimes I can't do anything but wrong right.
Just like that.
He did wrong, but he did it. He did right wrong.
But I did it right.
You did it right.
I did it right.
Anyway, that's fun. That's fun. Just those old kind of styles. Very fun music. Hey, I got something I want to do. This is a little different. Do you want to?
Yeah, it was Father's Day here recently. And as it was Father's Day in my house, I was walking by a bookshelf and I noticed that there was a book on my shelf that Keith's father had written. Just arbitrarily noticed it in my bookshelf. Keith
I
told
happen
us
to
know.
notice it at my house too, and I don't know if some of you might have seen a post that I had of the title page where Dad wrote a little note to me. I thought that was kind of nice. It says, "To Keith, a major cast member in this tale, with fond memories, love, and best wishes, Dad, a.k.a. James." 26 July 2009.
The book is called What I Remember, and it's basically Keith's father's life. And Keith is a major cast member in that story.
I got to read some of it to you. I have really loved going through this. This is kind of about yourself growing up. I believe this is the summer of '68. By the time we reached Bogalusa, Louisiana in the late afternoon, we needed gasoline. I filled the tank and went in to pay. The proprietor took the money and asked, "Which way are you going?" I told him to Jackson, Alabama. He said, "Well, I have something to tell you. Just across the border in Mississippi, about 20,000 people are gathering for a Ku Klux Klan rally. To get through this mass of people, he suggested the car windows be rolled down, that I drive slowly, and if asked something, to answer with few words in a normal tone of voice. I had stayed so long in the station, Hilda, that's my mom, sent Keith, that's me, to find out what's happening. Back in the car, I related to them what we were about to encounter. My threesome became wide-eyed and quiet. On reaching the KKK meeting grounds, the scene proved scarier than had been outlined at the gas station. People of all ages and sizes were attired in white, some masked, some not, with fiery crosses burning on both sides of the two-lane. With hooded figures going back and forth across the road, some speaking to us, I had no option but to drive slowly, but I surely wanted to be somewhere else soon. I think Hilda, Keith, and Janice, that's my sister, were of the same opinion. Probably the saddest sight had been to see small children clad in KKK garb. In my first reading, although it was not written inspired by that particular passage Dad wrote, as part of a songwriting workshop out in California, we did a workshop with some kids, and they wanted to write a song about Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. Juneteenth was yesterday. So here's a song about Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. I'm going to pull some lyrics over. It's been a while. I got it. You tell them about when we first played this song. It was in Newport, Arkansas.
Yeah, it was Newport, Arkansas, which is, south. And we saw children gathered. We were doing a kids show, and we would see black and white children occupying the same chair, holding hands. These were little bitties. These were kindergartners and first graders. And it was just a beautiful thing to see that part of the South moved that far forward.
Remember, this song started with kids, children. Okay?
2, 3, 4.
Martin Luther King was a great man. He started as a child with great big dreams. He found words that changed people's lives. Said we could live together and we could be friends. Rosa Parks wouldn't back down. Started as a child with great big dreams. When they tried to send her to the back of the bus, Rosa Parks spoke for all of us. If it's not easy to do, you gotta try a little harder. If it's tough to learn, you gotta get a little smarter. Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks tried to bring us all together with the big, big hearts. Martin Luther King took the hard road. It was the only way he could see. He didn't walk it all alone. He walked that road with dignity. Rosa Parks took the same path, and she helped clear it in her own way. The stuff to learn, you gotta get a little smarter. Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. They tried to bring us all together with the big, big hearts. Now we got to learn to live together. It's getting closer every day I go. Started with a dream and a first step, but we still got a long way to go. So what can you do to make it better? What can you do to make the dreams come true? They look like a mountain that can't be moved, but you never know what a little push might do. It's not easy to do, you gotta try a little harder. If it's tough to learn, you gotta get a little smarter. Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. They tried to bring us all together with the big, big hearts. It's not easy to do, you gotta try a little harder. If it's tough to learn, you gotta get a little smarter. Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. They tried to bring us all together with the big, big hearts. Bring us all together with the big, big hearts. Yeah, I think I read you. That's 1968. That's not that long ago. The song says we've got a long way to go. But anyway, I got another thing to read from Dad's book. Here it is, What I Remember. The original working title was What I Remember or May Have Been Told. We were really worried about that part of the book, but it got taken out somehow. I don't know how. This goes way back. This is in 1927, I believe. Where I lived on Meridian Street was very close to Huntsville, Alabama. And Mom loved to walk with me and shop in the stores. I remember she put some new socks on me and they folded over just under the kneecap. I was mortified. I had bare legs showing. Heretofore, the stockings had covered my entire leg with snaps inside the short pants to hold them up. Wow, who knew? Let's see, here it is. Once when Dad was along, we saw a vaudeville act, Maggie and Jiggs, as well as a movie. I really enjoyed seeing the act. Maggie and Jiggs was a newspaper comic strip that ran for many years. I looked it up. It was also called Bringing Up Father at one point. My favorite comic strip in 1926 was The Cats and Jammer Kids, which Mom or Dad read to me out of the Huntsville Times. Sometimes when Mom and I were walking home from downtown, she would stop by Yarborough's drugstore, housed in a corner of the Twickenham Hotel, and she would buy me an ice cream cone at the fountain. I remember the man would say he had filled it up all the way to the bottom. You wonder where you get ideas for songs? There was an exact idea for a song.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've got an ice cream cone, I'm gonna fill it up all the way to the bottom. Chocolate, strawberry, maybe vanilla with sprinkles if I've got 'em. 1 scoop, 2 scoop, 3 scoop, 4. If the cone was bigger, I'd have more. It's cold and sweet and such a treat, I wanna live on ice cream street. If you're walking into the forest, you can only walk halfway in, 'cause if you take just one more step, you'll be walking out again. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4. If I lived here, I'd live not ashamed, no, and I'm not too proud. I have remembered, oh, well, it's half forgotten. Halfway in is halfway out. Like some things used to be big back when I was smaller. Some things change by staying the same every day. I got a little taller, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4, farther and farther away from the floor, up to the bottom, down to the top. I keep growing till I stop. Filling up all the way to the bottom. I'm not ashamed, no, and I'm not too proud. I have remembered, yeah, well, it's half forgotten. Halfway in is halfway out. I have remembered, yeah, well, it's half forgotten. Halfway in is halfway out.
Oh, nice. Okay, we're gonna go on with this one, but I want to see my phone, not now, but after this one. I want to see who's here, where you're at, what you're having for lunch, why you're here. I don't know. This is a song about a dance we've seen people do. It's called the Buffalo Shuffle. It's done late at night in fine drinking establishments all over the country.
Sneaking out, sneaking through the middle of a Saturday night, hide and seeking out, working off a little stick of dynamite. A buffalo shuffle on down to the grocery store. The domino, one thing leads to another thing. Anything, give me some ice cream, Doritos and something for my Siamese cat. The weather is okay, and it's the same up here, just imagine that. A buffalo shuffle on back from the grocery store. A domino, one thing leads to another thing, to anything. Well, it's fine time to dally, shuffle through the street. A buffalo dancing in the alley. I shut the door. Damn. But
I'm a yo-yo.
I couldn't even get what I went there for. A buffalo shuffle on back to the grocery store. And now I know one thing leads to another thing. Anything I was sneaking out, sneaking through the middle of a Saturday night. Hide and sneaking out, working off a little stick of dynamite. I was sneaking out, standing in the shadows of a Saturday night. Hide and seeking out, working off a little stick of dynamite.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, it was. Keith is playing bass part there at the very end that reminds me so much of the kind of bass style that Keith played when I first met him, which was like a million notes on the bass.
Overplaying. I had a lot to prove at that point. And I don't know if I proved it or not, but it sure was fun. Let's see. Now, I looked at some of our things. I didn't touch it. I looked at some of our things, and I found me staring at my phone to be a weak spot here. So I'm going to look at my phone and find out all these things while Ezra talks to you and tells you about, what do you want to tell him about?
The instrument I'm playing. That would be good to talk about.
Very good.
What I'm playing right here is my very first bouzouki. It was built by a man named Baird Blaine. He lives here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. This is a guitar body with 8 strings on it. And this is the first one that he ever built. I really love that. I love the way it looks. And when I got it, it was at the Kerrville Folk Festival. And I went up to his booth where he had a bunch of instruments that he had built, mandolins and guitars and this. And I was playing it, and I thought, man, I just really like the way it sounded. It's got those double strings on it, which I really like. And I said, man, that's really great. He says, well, why don't you take it back to your campsite? I said, oh, I don't know, man. It's really great. No, just take it back and play it, see what you think. So I took it back to the campsite, and I never gave it back to him. I bought it from him. So did you find anything you want to talk about yet? Did you say
no, but I just love seeing all these people. Hi, everybody. They're from all over the place, Ezra. I mean, down in Texas, in Finland.
All right. Hello, Finland.
Yeah. Hope's here. Yeah, hadn't heard Buffalo Shuffle. There's Philly, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. What? Wow.
Is it raining in Texas? I mean, I've seen some news stories about it. I'm going to Austin tonight.
They have a hurricane coming in.
That's what I saw. I don't know. Is there anybody in Austin out there? Is it raining bad?
Is it raining in Austin? I keep checking Houston, and I didn't see a whole lot of trouble in Houston. I think it might be a little further south.
I'm hoping so.
Let's see what anybody says. Shreveport, hi. Waco, yeah.
Not raining in Waco. I'll bet you a nickel.
No. Okay. Are you tired of watching me look at my phone? I know. Let's
couple of songs on the bouzouki here.
Yeah. Man, we wrote this song in the 2018 somewhere about there, and it was before the lockdown and before the world got really good and weird.
Strange.
But we're gonna do that one first.
Well, I don't know. What are we gonna do? Big boys and bad. I'm open. You choose. Were you going somewhere else?
I was going for Strangest Times.
That's exactly where I was going.
You were?
That's exactly where I was
good.
going.
This is pretty strange. Okay, here we go.
If I see a full moon rising, watch a half moon set, reach into my pocket to get what I can't get. If it all stops making sense, I know I'll be just fine. Honey, you show up
when the coyotes howl and the wind stops on a dime. Honey, you show up, you show up, you show up at the strangest time. When the choirs fall silent and the bells won't ring, when all my days get lost and I can't find anything.
It was raining in the morning, snowing hard by noon. At 5 o'clock, the world was closed and it won't reopen soon. I was wishing I weren't lonely, feeling low and left behind. Honey, you show up, you show up, you show up at the strangest time. When the choirs fall silent and the bells won't ring, when all my days get lost and I can't find anything. That day I wrecked my car, that day I lost my job, that time I wasn't looking, that night when I got robbed, when it all starts to unravel and the clock starts to unwind. Honey, you show up, you show up, you show up at the strangest times. You show up, you show up, you show up at the strangest times. You know, you were talking about your strap earlier today. You said, man, it's just not good without a strap. And I thought, well, that's interesting. Didn't think much more about it.
Yeah.
But as I'm playing my guitar and my bouzouki or whatever, I realize I'm leaned over like this, holding it all together. I can't breathe. I'm singing differently.
You know, it's weird. I keep wanting to stand up.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we're so used to standing. I love the casual nature of this, sitting around. I like talking about the songs. I like talking about what's going on and all that kind of stuff. My garden's doing really good. I have things that are actually growing now that my potatoes all failed.
What's growing?
I got tomatoes that are just looking really, really good. Got some squash, beans, you know, just standard stuff.
We got cucumbers that we have been actually enjoying. We've been eating cucumbers. We've got tomatoes that are cherry tomatoes. We do really bad with like the homegrown tomato thing, but cherry tomatoes just seem to be prolific. And we got peppers coming, and I'm really excited about the peppers. We have a bunch of cayenne and a little bit of jalapeno. I'll eat the jalapeno fresh with my eggs in the morning, thin sliced just over the top of my eggs. And with the cayenne, I make hot sauce.
He's starting to talk about food. You have to watch it. When Ezra starts talking about food, it stays there for a while.
It does. I do enjoy food.
He loves food. And speaking of food, remember moon pies? I know some of you might have seen my socks already, but they seemed appropriate. I don't know, the moon pies.
So where are you playing next?
Where am I playing next? But first of all, I have to say, happy summer solstice. Yeah,
Is that today?
that's like happening. It's either the 20th or the 21st. I know it's right in here. I think it's today. But it could be tomorrow. I mean, I'm not a news source, but I do know where I'm playing next. I'm going to be playing at a place called the Rail Yard in Rogers, Arkansas. It's a cool place up there. When is that? I believe it's on the 29th. Yes, June the 29th. We may start around 7 o'clock, something like that. It's free. It's beautiful. It's the tornadoes completely missed it, I think. I hope. So anyway, come on up there. There's some real nice stuff going on. If you missed that one, Prairie Grove Library, the 3rd of July. Most people celebrate on the 4th. We're going to celebrate. I don't know what it is, but we're going to be at the library. Love Prairie Grove. Ezra lived there for a bunch of years, and we're going to go over there and play at the library. After that,
headed up to Bryn Mawr and to Mohonk Mountain House.
Yes.
In our new van.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. Ezra's really tricking out this van, guys. It's looking real nice.
I'm having it done. I'm not doing the actual building. You know, years ago, we traveled around with this trailer. We called it craftsmanship. I built it. It was on the frame of an old trailer. I built it with plywood and put a fiberglass camper top on top of it. And often as not, we would pinch our fingers trying to lock the daggum thing. It was noisy as it could be, and it was short. And if anybody out there has ever tried to back up a trailer, it's not easy to begin with. But when you got a short trailer on the back of there, it's so easy to jackknife. And I came real close several times. But I was proud of that for a long time.
Craftsmanship.
We're getting much better craftsmanship.
He built it. We're having someone else do this. Okay, guys, we're going to finish up. Thank you for being here. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
We've had a great time. We'll probably talk again after this song, so I don't want to say completely goodbye. But this song is from the album called Closer to the Truth.
2, 3, 4.
I love it when he counts himself up. It's great. Big boys, bad shape, fast cars with bad brakes. Anybody's guess what it takes anymore. Tough guys in a tight fit, loose lips and shirts. But nobody knows what to say anymore. You wake up in the morning and bend the wheel every day. Once you get it rolling, you just watch it roll away. You watch it roll. Roll, roll away. Watch it roll. Talk show with a top spin. Hard sell for the big win. Make it all up and you go along. Top dog in a tight jam. A good job for the ad man. A brand new version of the same old song. You tell me it's important, and you tell me that it's not. Once the wheel gets rolling, you know it's hard to make it stop. Watch it roll. Roll, roll away. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Roll, roll away. Watch it roll. Well, there's a world out here that no one's watching. It's a beautiful world spinning out of control. We put our faith in heroes. Where do they put theirs? Watch them stumble like children as they tumble down the stairs. They'll come knocking round here in a day. Fill your pockets with fool's gold, 'cause we got mother load. Can't take it with you, can't give it away. You wake up in the morning and bend the wheel every day. Once you get it rolling, you just watch it roll away. Watch it roll. Roll, roll away. Watch it roll. Just watch it roll. Roll, roll away. Watch it roll. Is it over yet?
No, it's not over yet. It's not over
We can't end on a 4-chord.
No, you can't.
Nobody knows. I mean, really, look, there's no applause or anything. They didn't know. Oh.
We have a friend in Philadelphia that's watching this right now, and this is a psychic request.
You know, they used to have a motto, you have a friend in Pennsylvania.
We got a couple.
Or Philadelphia? Somewhere.
Philadelphia is a friendly place.
Oh, it's in Pennsylvania, too. Not if you're a sports player.
If the mountains never crumble and the rivers don't run dry, the oceans keep on pounding, the sun stays in the sky, and apples keep on falling, and 3 and 2 is 5, I'll still be loving you no matter what goes right. If the world keeps on turning and snow keeps falling white, fire keeps on burning and daylight follows every night, if flowers bloom in springtime and birds remember how to fly, I'll still be loving you no matter what goes right. No matter what goes right, I will still be loving you. No matter what goes right, I will stand by you. And when couples fight their troubles, it unites their hearts. When the good times roll, they can drift apart. I'll still be loving you no matter what goes right. When all this work is over and my ship comes sailing in, you'll always be my lover, you'll always be my friend. If the stars up in the heavens keep on shining clear and bright, I'll still be loving you no matter what goes right. No matter what goes right, I will still be loving you. No matter what goes right, I will stand by you. And when couples fight their troubles, it unites their hearts. When the good times go, they can drift apart. I'll still be loving you no matter what goes right.
That was a good request there, but I'm not sure it was accurate. She might have wanted to hear Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel. But I don't think we know that song. But that'll have to do, for now. Hey, thanks for joining us. Ezra's going to drive to Texas now. He wants to see the hurricane.
And my old friends. Friends like we never had.
Yeah. Have a good trip, man.
I
I'll be
will.
waiting for you here.
I'll see you.
Hey, we'll be back next Thursday. Lunch with Trout, noon. Tell all your friends. Okay?